Welcome to News Celeb, your dedicated video channel for commemorating the lives and legacies of notable individuals who have recently passed away. Today, Monday, February 15th, we reflect on the losses of recent days with a heavy heart. Before diving into today's content, we kindly ask you to support our mission by subscribing to our channel. Today, we remember Robert Allen Edwards, who was born on May 16, 1947. Edwards was a distinguished American journalist, celebrated with a Peabody Award, and inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame. He was renowned for hosting major news programs on National Public Radio, NPR, including the afternoon show All Things Considered and Morning Edition, where he made history as the show's first and longest-serving host. From 2004, Edwards took his expertise to Sirius XM Radio, hosting The Bob Edwards Show and also Bob Edwards Weekend, which was distributed by Public Radio International to over 150 public radio stations. His tenure with these programs concluded in September 2015. Edwards' radio career began in 1968 at a modest station in New Albany, Indiana, just a stone's throw from Louisville, Kentucky. He subsequently served in the United States Army during the Vietnam War, where he produced and anchored news programs for the American Forces Korea Network in Seoul. After his military service, Edwards became a news anchor at WTOP 1500, a CBS affiliate in Washington, D.C. at just 25 years old. In 1972, he moved on to anchor national news for the Mutual Broadcasting System. By 1974, Edwards had joined NPR, initially as an announcer, before taking on his role at Morning Edition. Prior to that, he co-hosted All Things Considered. It is with heavy hearts we report that Bob Edwards passed away in February 2024 at the age of 76 in Arlington, Virginia. He succumbed to complications from metastatic bladder cancer and heart failure. John Gerard Bruton was born on May 18, 1947, and became a distinguished figure in Irish politics. As a member of the Fine Gael party, Bruton served as Taoiseach from 1994 to 1997, and led Fine Gael from 1990 until 2001. His political career was marked by several cabinet roles under Taoiseach Garret FitzGerald, notably as Minister for Finance during two separate terms, 1981 to 1982 and 1986 to 1987. Bruton also faced periods as the leader of the opposition, first from 1990 to 1994, and again from 1997 to 2001. His tenure in the Dáil Éireann was a long-standing one. He represented the constituency of Meath as a TD from 1969 until 2004. Notably, as Taoiseach, Bruton headed the Rainbow Coalition, a government formed by Fine Gael, the Labour Party, and the Democratic Left. After his time in the Dáil, Bruton transitioned to international diplomacy, serving as the European Union's ambassador to the United States from 2004 to 2009. Born into a well-off Catholic farming family in Dunboyne, County Meath, Bruton received his early education at Clongowes Wood College. He continued his academic pursuits at University College Dublin, UCD, where he earned an honours BA degree and qualified as a barrister from King's Inns, although he never practiced law. Entering the political arena at the youthful age of 22, he became one of the youngest TDs and saw his vote share surge in the 1973 general election, which helped bring Fine Gael to power as part of the national coalition with the Labour Party. During that government, Bruton was appointed as parliamentary secretary to the Minister for Industry and Commerce and the Minister for Education. John Bruton passed away in February 2024. Alain Duval, a French actor born on August 9, 1946, in Algiers, was an influential voice in the world of dubbing, recognized for being the French voice of Sylvester Stallone. He also lent his voice to other actors like Nick Nolte and Danny Aiello, and characters like Autobot Ratchet in the Transformers film series. After honing his skills at the Simon Course and the Paris Conservatory of Dramatic Arts, Duval found his niche in dubbing, becoming the voice of Sylvester Stallone with the movie Rocky in 1976. His talent extended to voicing animated characters like Laurent Lanoux in Once Upon a Time, Space, Once Upon a Time, Life, Tiger in the An American Tail films, and Lex Luthor in Superman the Animated Series. In 1992, Duval took over as the voice of Pat Hibulaire, following Michel Vigne for Disney Studios. His distinctive voice also graced the airwaves on radio stations like Skyrock and Otto. Duval's versatility was showcased in the show L'Éole d'Info, where he could portray characters including an imitation of Stallone, not to mention his influence on imitator Yves Lecoq, who used Duval as a vocal model. Alain Duval's life came to an end after a battle with cancer on February 13, 2024, in V at the age of 77. Maria Elena Enriquez Ruiz, better known as Helena Rojo, was a celebrated Mexican actress and former model, originating from Mexico City, Mexico. Her modeling career kicked off in 1961, and by the late 1960s, she was deepening her acting skills, studying theater under the guidance of esteemed Mexican directors Carlos Ansira and José Luis Ibáñez. Her film debut came in 1968 with El Club de los Suicidas, and she quickly followed up with her second film, Los Amigos, within the same year. Rojo's early career was marked by a blend of modeling and taking on minor film roles through the late 1960s and early 1970s. In 1969, she cemented her commitment to film by signing an exclusivity contract with the production company Cinematográfica Marte. Her career diversified further as she ventured into television and theater. 1974 was a pivotal year for Rojo as she landed the lead role in the soap opera Extraño en su Pueblo, launching her into the television spotlight. Her film work throughout the 1970s and 1980s included collaborations with notable Mexican directors such as Felipe Casals, Arturo Ripstein, Rafael Corquidi, Alberto Boyorquez, Marcela Fernández Violante, and Jorge Fons. Helena Rojo also worked on international projects, including with German director Werner Herzog and actor Klaus Kinski in the film Aguirre, The Wrath of God. She was part of the star-studded cast in Foxtrot, 1976, directed by Arturo Ripstein, alongside Charlotte Rampling, Peter O'Toole, and Max von Sydow. In 2006, Rojo appeared in the American drama series Ugly Betty, playing a character in a telenovela within the show. Helena Rojo passed away after a battle with cancer in February 2024 at the age of 79. Gordon Edward Pinsent, a distinguished Canadian actor, writer, director, and singer, was born on July 12, 1930. He was recognized for his contributions to a multitude of productions, including Away From Her, The Rowdy Man, John and the Missus, and many others. Among his memorable film roles was the portrayal of the President of the United States in the 1970 science fiction cult classic Colossus, The Forbin Project. Pinsent's stage career featured performances in Easy Down Easy, 1987, and Brass Rubbings, 1989. He was involved in Canadian director Stephen Dunn's short film Life Doesn't Frighten Me, which won awards including the CBC short film Face Off and accolades at the Toronto Student Film Festival and the Tribeca Film Festival. The actor made a special guest appearance on the February 3, 2010 episode of the Canadian television series Republic of Doyle, and lent his voice as a guest reader on the children's program Bookaboo. Pinsent also gained popularity with the younger generation through a comedic segment in which he dramatically read from Justin Bieber's autobiography on the satirical news show This Hour Has 22 Minutes on October 20, 2010, which became a viral sensation. In February, Gordon Pinsent passed away at the age of 92 in a Toronto hospital after succumbing to complications from a cerebral hemorrhage. Aletta Hout, the esteemed South African actress, has died at the age of 76. Her illustrious career, spanning several decades, made her a prominent figure in the arts. Born in Nairobi, Kenya, she honed her craft at the University of Cape Town, studying under esteemed instructors. In the 1970s, Aletta's performances shone brightly at Cape Town's Space Theatre, captivating audiences with plays that were as thought-provoking as they were enthralling. Her versatility was celebrated across the various performing arts councils, earning acclaim for her roles in Dreyer's 2 and Oscar in Africa, which showcased her range and depth as a performer. Beyond acting, Aletta was an accomplished author and director, with notable works such as Time of Footsteps and Angel in a Dark Room contributing to her rich artistic legacy. Her body of work, including prominent roles in Lead Bunny Layup and In My Country, reflects her brilliance and unwavering commitment to her craft. Her outstanding contributions were recognized with multiple awards, including the prestigious DU and FNB Vita Awards for Best Actress, cementing her status as a luminary in South African theater and film. Notably, her performance in the African adaptation of Bertolt Brecht's Mother Courage and Her Children was particularly outstanding, capturing audiences with her enthralling presence. Henri Maras, the Western Cape Minister of Cultural Affairs and Sport, paid homage to her impact, describing Aletta as a brilliant presence and emphasizing her role in the enrichment of South African culture. As the arts community mourns her loss, Aletta Hout's legacy as an inspirational actor, playwright, and director endures, leaving an indelible mark on the realms of theater and film. Tributes continue to pour in, honoring the memory of Aletta Hout. Valery Alexandrovich Vostrov, born on November 20, 1952, was a distinguished Russian military officer and politician affiliated with the United Russia Party. His political career included serving in the State Duma from 2003 to 2011. Vostrov hailed from Kassel in the Chelyabinsk region and was a graduate of the Ryazan Higher Airborne Command School. Vostrov's military service was notable for his deployment as part of the Soviet troops in Afghanistan from December 1979. He was involved in key operations, such as defending strategic heights in the Ali region of the Paktia and Coast provinces, operations in the mountainous Panjshir region in Kabul province, and the large-scale magistral operation from 1987 to 1988 during the Afghanistan War. He was wounded twice, with one injury being severe. For his valor, he was awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. In 1988, he led the 345th Independent Guards Parachute Regiment, which included the 9th Parachute Company, known for its intense battle for Hill 3234, a story that inspired Fyodor Bondarchuk's film adaptation. Post-military service, from 1994 to 2003, Vostrov held the position of Deputy Chief of the Ministry of Emergency Situations and led ministerial groups during counterterrorism operations in Chechnya. In the Duma from 2003 to 2007, he served as a deputy and was a member of the Security Committee. Up until his passing, Vostrov was actively engaged as the president of the Paratroopers Union and led the Moscow branch of the Russian public organization Combat Brotherhood. Valery Alexandrovich Vostrov passed away in the Moscow Oblast on February 13, 2024, at the age of 71. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, known for his physical prowess on screen, has recently opened up about his personal battles with depression, showcasing a different kind of strength. In a candid discussion on the Pivot podcast, Johnson shared his past struggles with mental health, emphasizing the importance of honesty and vulnerability, especially for men. He recounted how, despite his challenges during his college years and the emotional turmoil following his 2008 divorce from Danny Garcia, he did not initially have the vocabulary to articulate his mental health struggles. Over time, Johnson learned to recognize his depression and the value of relying on friends during tough times. The National Institute of Mental Health reported that approximately 21 million American adults suffered from a major depressive episode in 2020. With public figures like Johnson speaking out, there is a growing encouragement for men to seek help for their mental health. Johnson advocates for open communication about mental well-being, stating, "If you're going through your own version of mental well-being that turns into a mental hell, the most important thing you can do is talk to someone." He impresses upon his audience that reaching out for support is a form of courage, a superpower. In memory of those we've lost in 2024, and in recognition of the importance of mental health awareness, we invite you to like and subscribe to our channel. For more content, click the video on screen for further viewing. Thank you for your support.